This offseason in the NFL was defined by trades. Big names were on the move. You name it. Khalil Mack, Tyreek Hill, and my favorite, Devontae Adams. And it got me and Max thinking, is there an NFL trade value list out there? You look it up, there's one for the NBA, but not for the NFL. Well, the Max and Juancast got you covered. So we got 101 names on this list. Yes, I said 101. That's not a mistake. We broke them down into tiers. And the criteria for this that we took into account: age, contract, position, and versatility. I just want to make this very clear. This is not a top 101 players in the NFL. This is a trade value list based off their trade value. But like always, you guys have been killing it lately with these MJC original videos. We appreciate all the love and support we've been getting. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys stumbled across this video, please like the video, comment down below, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button. And all our loyal MJC viewers, you know the deal. Unsubscribe, resubscribe. Mess with that algorithm. Now let's jump into the video.
So kicking off the list at 101, we got the GOAT, Justin Tucker. I fought Juan with this every step of the way. He did not want to include a kicker, but I won. And what else is there to say other than 66-yard field goal? Sorry, fantasy owners, you're going to hate this one. It's running backs. Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, they're talented, but that's not what this is. It's trade value. They're running backs. Two of them make a lot of money. Jonathan Taylor, you think teams are lining up to pay a running back? Remember Todd Gurley? Man, wouldn't you love to trade for him and then his knee fall off? The name of the game's changed. It's not a run game, it's a pass game. There's no team that are lining up to pay star running backs anymore.
You ever go to a friend's house for dinner? Dude doesn't even season up the chicken well, or one side is seasoned and the other side's not. Well, these guys on this tier, they season up that chicken. Yeah, they may be old. Yeah, they may make a lot of money, but they still ball the fuck out. Tom Brady, the GOAT. Yeah, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but he's still old at the end of the day. And that's why he's 85 on the list and not number 1 or 2 like other people may think. Because age does matter and money. But like I said, they still ball out. Khalil Mack got traded to the Los Angeles Chargers this year. Went for a 2nd round pick. Why? Age and money. This is why we constructed this list. These guys are just simply old. But they bring leadership. Von Miller, traded to the Rams in the middle of the season. He didn't only just bring sacks. He brought leadership. He got the best out of guys like Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. Got those guys to play at a whole nother level and propelled them all the way to the Super Bowl.
This next tier, you're going to see 2 things. You're going to see safeties and 2 tight ends. These guys are luxuries. It's like when you have a Supreme shirt. Yeah, it's great. It's awesome. It's $500. But maybe all you need is a white pro club like my man Juan. It gets the job done. The 2 top guys, Derwin James and George Kittle, they're the most versatile out the group. Derwin, you can get some corner out of him. Kittle, he's like an extra lineman when he blocks. But the rest of the guys, they're safeties. And Waller, he's not really a great blocker. They can be schemed out of things. None of these guys are going to make or break your team. You can have a stopgap guy at these positions. Look at the Super Bowl teams. Rams, Bengals. Did they have great tight ends? Really great safeties? Not really, but they had guys who could get the job done and be serviceable. These guys definitely don't suck. I want to reiterate that. They don't suck. It's just a position thing, kind of like the running backs.
The crypto rookies. Where do we start? These guys were wet behind the ears, bad situations, bad head coaches. Some of these guys didn't play all that much. Where do we put them on this list? Me and Max were thinking we can't put them too high. It's not like they proved themselves already, but they're not bad enough to leave them off. Because at the end of the day, these guys are huge investments, and that's why we call them the crypto rookies. These teams can potentially be sitting on a gold mine. Yeah, Zach Wilson threw 4 picks in a game, but he was a rookie. He was on the freaking Jets, for Christ's sake. So let's give this guy a chance. Let's wait and see on these dudes. Trey Lance, probably one of the biggest gold mines that a team is sitting on in the NFL. There was no way in hell I was leaving him off this list. Me and Max went back and forth. Max was saying, this dude hasn't even played all that much. He's not getting Kyle Shanahan's offense. I said, he's the biggest mystery probably. They can be sitting on a gold mine. Let's give these guys a chance. Let's see where they end up in the next 2 years. Way too valuable, way too big an investment to live off this list.
This is the largest of all the tiers we did, and it was also the hardest. There were so many times where me and Juan were taking this guy off, adding this guy. You know what? Let's redo it. Do it again. Do it again. There was so much of that, but we came to a conclusion. These guys are just scratching the surface of what they could be. Let's take a couple guys like Patrick Surtain, Kyle Pitts. They were rookies. They showed out. They weren't quite elite, but they were really damn good. So one more year of that, and we'll see. Guys like Hunter Renfrow really came on this year as a premier slot receiver in the NFL. And then we have Chase Young. He was the toughest guy and probably the weirdest guy in this tier. You asked us a year ago, he would have been much higher on the list, but he struggled early and then tore his ACL. And even though so many guys come back, you never really know. But all these guys here share this fundamental quality. They're one amazing year away from being much higher on the list, but time will tell. Some people in the morning like to start their day with a nice cup of coffee, or like my man Juan, a nice iced coffee. Me, I prefer a cold orange soda, preferably a Sunkist. But you know what? That's not for everybody, and neither are the guys on this tier of the list. I love Lamar Jackson. I have his shirt on, for God's sakes. But I have to admit, he's scheme specific. Not every team wants their quarterback to run 35 times a game. The Ravens cater their offense to him, just like the 49ers cater their offense to Deebo Samuel. These guys don't suck, but they're better where they are. They're better when their scheme suits them, because a lot of teams don't have the ability to make everyone work. Tredavius White, let's put him in a man coverage system. That's not what he does well. He's a zone corner. At the end of the day, keep these guys in schemes that work for them.
When you're a team that's one piece away, what do you look for in that player? Well, me and Max, we look for a premium position and a guy that gives you premium results. And unlike the tier before this, these guys fit any scheme. You can throw them in. It doesn't matter. 3-4, 4-3, pocket quarterback, scramble quarterback, any offense, these guys are going to fit it. Marlon Humphrey, man-to-man corner, zone corner, press corner, off coverage, doesn't matter. He's going to do it, and he's going to do it well. You need a maniac in the middle? Darius Leonard is your guy. He can play zone coverage, play a little bit of man against tight ends, and he can play the run. Same thing with Fred Warner. These guys are all great. And I think two guys to highlight in this tier are mainly the first guy and the last guy. The first guy, simply, it's the position for us. He's a quarterback. And my man, Derek Carr, he's going to be able to change any type of franchise and any bad situation. For God's sake, he plays for the Raiders. And Quinn Nelson at 37, he's the only guard on this list, but he's a damn good guard. And if there's anyone I trust, it's him. He's going to do his job. And in my opinion, I think he can play a little bit of tackle, but that's besides the point. And yeah, we got pass catchers for your ass too. AJ Brown, shout out to the Eagle fans out there. They have Devontae Smith. He's good, but they wanted to double dip. Get themselves an AJ Brown. First round pick, and ain't nothing. They feel like they're one piece away. So they get him.
In the old NFL, none of these guys are getting traded, but that's just how far we've come. Now, if any of these guys ever becomes available, you'd mortgage the future of your team to get a chance to get them. You need an elite edge rusher or defensive player of the year like TJ Watt or Myles Garrett? Look no further. Here they are. These guys dominate their positions. They're young. Sure, they're expensive, but what team wouldn't want them? We've already seen guys from this list be traded. Devontae Adams, Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson. Who would have thought? You're going to see a guy in this tier like Aaron Rodgers and probably be surprised. Why isn't he higher? Well, he's 39. He's making $50 million a year, and he does this game every year where he semi-retires. Even with all the baggage that some of these guys bring to the table, teams are more than willing to go out there and trade a buttload of picks to get them.
All right, second to last tier. But you guys are probably asking, why aren't these guys the first tier? Well, it's simply because they're positions. And it's not that they're not at premium positions. It's not like all these guys are guards or kickers or something. Shout out to Justin Tucker. These guys are just simply not quarterbacks. But they're everything that a GM wants in the NFL from a player. They're young, they're cheap, they're generational talent, and they're versatile. There's really no holes in their game. Micah Parsons, the dude can play just defense. He's a defender, linebacker, defensive end. Dude can probably play safety for how fast he is. He's good to go. Jamar Chase, generational talent, was a big fucking reason why the Bengals were in the Super Bowl. Justin Jefferson, 2 of the best years ever to start off a career for a receiver. Do I need to say any more? And Rashawn Slater and Tristan Wirfs, the Bucs and the Chargers will never let go of these guys. They're contending right now. There's no way in hell that they'll give these guys up.
We finally did it. We're at the last tier of the list. And like the name says, it's quarterbacks and they're untouchable. It's the most valuable position and we have the best at this position. If you're wondering the order of these 4 quarterbacks, why is Herbert 1, Burrow 2? It's because it's a trade value list. The last time we're going to say it, it's not about who's the best. It's about who's the hardest to trade for. They're the youngest. They're the cheapest. Look how many years they have left on their contract at reasonable prices. They're not making $450 million total like Patrick Mahomes or $258 like Josh Allen. Justin Herbert's making $4 million a year. Joe Burrow's making $9 million. And they each have 3 more years left at making this money. It's as simple as that. And with that, we're finally done with the list. Me and Juan put in so much time, effort, energy trying to make it perfect. And you know what? You might disagree. You probably disagree. And if you do, leave a comment down below of what you think the list should be. Add a tier if you want. Add a guy you think we're missing. We want to know. We want your honest feedback. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. We out. Peace.